Very excited to talk to both of you. Love the new song, Struck. You guys both just released. Before we get into all of that, though, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passion. I want to know where your passion for music kind of came from. A certain artist, certain live performance, album maybe, or maybe it was just something natural for you, Kyle. Casey, let's start with you.
Well, there isn't like any one force. I think, life itself is enough inspiration as it is. I feel like a lot of my lyrics and melodies are based on my life experiences or things that I'm, observing about the modern world. But, I always tip my hat to my parents and my family members growing up because they were really creative. So I feel like I had a lot of room to grow in that way. So yeah.
They're actually fine to you being in a band and stuff, like other parents,
Yeah, my parents are in a industrial rock band called Bentman, and my
Oh,
sister
nice.
does music and stuff together. So I find myself fortunate in that way.
Very cool.
Thanks.
If you guys hear a little bit of background noise, oh my God, thank God it turned off. Jesus.
Oh, I don't hear it, so you're good. So
you don't? Oh, okay, good. Because
yeah.
My loft building has these heaters that are so loud, and sometimes they'll just come on, and I'm like, oh man. So, so yeah, no. I'm sorry. What was the question?
Oh yeah, where's your passion for music came from? A certain album, artist, or something natural for you?
You know what's hilarious is that my passion for music started off by my parents buying me a T-shirt of a band that I had no idea of. So they were just trying to like dress me. I was like a little kid, and they ended up getting me like an AC/DC T-shirt. And I was just like, oh, what's this thing? And then I started listening to like rock music, and then I was like, that was like it. So it was so funny because I just looked up like what I had on as like a T-shirt because my parents bought it for me. Yeah, so that's
I love stories like that. Someone says like, oh, I just was in the store and I saw this rock album. The cover looked cool, so I bought it. I had no idea what it was. Yours was a T-shirt.
Yeah, for me it was a T-shirt. Yeah. Yeah, so thanks to moms and pops.
Yeah, well, very cool. Like I said, your new song Struck. Talk about the meaning behind the song first. It's a really great song, I don't know who wants to jump in first.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So at the time that I approached Casey with this song, her and I were kind of experiencing a sense of loss in like our own individual ways. And it was, like the planets really aligned with like what I was trying to do with this track, and just like the lyrics that she was able to like end up, putting together. That was just like our silver lining for that period of time. And I feel like we were just able to go ahead and like just really, nail it in the head with like the kind of production that I wanted to do, and like the sentiment that she really wanted to like, convey with the track. But that's essentially, also like, I feel like it's also like something that a lot of people can relate to a lot. So we felt like there was a really good representation of like the times that we were living in.
Casey, you want to add anything, or are they good?
Yeah, no, I mean, he hit the nail on the head. I think the song is multifaceted. We both have our own, stories that we came together on to form the song,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, I want people to walk away with their own interpretation of it. So I agree that it's relatable, but at the same time, you can put your own storyline in there. And
absolutely.
Personally, it's rooted in my experience with betrayal and trust, and having to learn to forgive and move on for the betterment of not only my life, but the people around me and the persons that it may or may not have happened with. So, it's one of those things, you're not just expressing like your pain, you're expressing the process that you go through in order to and become the better version of yourself, so to speak.
Well, I love that. It's very universal. We've all gone through that, like no matter what our backgrounds are. So, well, it's a great song. Instead of just releasing it as a single, you have as an EP where you have 4 different versions of the song on it. I guess someone could jump in. Why just have the EP, not the single? You could have just spread it out, I guess.
Well, yeah. So it's actually funny because the song that we originally put together didn't end up being the official single. If you look through the track listing, it's the single, and then the remix by our friends at Moris Blak, which we will definitely talk a little bit more about. And then the third track is the original mix of the track, which is a more it's a halftime version of the track. It's a little more bassy and a little more moody, and it allows for you to like dig into Casey's vocals a little bit more, because you don't have to go ahead and fight with some other elements in regards from a mixing perspective. So I think that that's a track that a lot of people can also like, and we wanted to make sure that it got put out. We didn't want to go ahead and put it on the back burner. So that's included. And then I went ahead and I made this version that was a little bit more faster paced, a little bit more aggressive, something that could go ahead and, be more energetic. So we decided to go along with that one instead for the main single. And then we had our friends at Moris Blak come out with this awesome, essentially even clubbier mix that's really heavy, and it really highlights the production that he's known for, So we were really grateful for him to go ahead and jump on that.
Cool. I'm unfamiliar with, what was it, Moris Blak? Is that what you said? Or
yeah, Moris Blak. Yeah. He's an industrial bass musician. Does a lot of more aggressive sound design, really industrial, like big drums. Shout out to Brian. He's awesome. If you guys haven't checked him out, look him up on Spotify or Apple Music.
Oh, I will definitely. I definitely want to dive into the music video. That's the thing I'm most excited to talk about. I assume you shot it somewhere in New England, right? It's got that awesome kind of like horror woodsy feel that I love, and then I guess talk about, to me, it's like your cosplay you guys do in it too. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, Casey, you want to talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah, Casey, you had to be in makeup for a while, I assume.
Oh my God, every day was a new day. It was an experience, but it was well worth it. And I actually really liked the experience of getting ready for it. However, everybody else had to wait, and I felt bad for them. It was but Katie did an amazing job with the makeup and hair. As far as where we actually shot in Vermont and in New Hampshire. In Vermont, we shot on my family's property. It was really nice of my parents to let us do that and kind of have our free will with the place, like building bonfires and having death matches in the middle of
yeah.
Like, what's going on over there? We actually, at one point when we were on location in New Hampshire, we had a police officer pay us a visit, and it was after we did a brutal death scene. So he's covered in blood, I'm covered in blood, I've got talons and fangs, and he was like, should I go over and talk to them? And I'm like, let's maybe let them handle this.
Oh,
and he was totally cool. But yeah, it was a fun experience. Very, very cold. Very cold. It was the end of the winter, and we were dumping our bodies repetitively for 2 days in icy waters. And I don't know, if anything's gonna make you feel alive, it's almost dying.
Yeah.
Not to be dramatic, but it was really intense.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an experience that, first of all, I've never done anything like that. We shot, I think, for collectively, I think 6 days.
Yeah, and then there was one additional day with Christian, with Madison.
Yeah, I'm counting that one in. Yeah, that was the 6th day, and there was just 4 days of shooting in the woods, 1 day of shooting in Casey's venue, the Magic Room in Norwood, Mass. Mm-hmm. And it was awesome. We did a lot. We shot a lot. I learned a lot. Casey had to be in a lot of makeup early in the morning. She had to wake up so we didn't lose daylight. You got to
get there in the magic hour. Right where the sun's at the best.
Yeah, we were really lucky that it didn't rain more than one day. The first day on set, we were rain, so there was a tent, and then they built a fire. And if there's any time in the video where I look uncomfortable, I'm not just a good actor. It's actually fucking freezing, it's some of those parts. So it's it felt real, and we were really happy with the end result of everything. So
it's a beautiful I still like the art form that is a music video. I know it's not how it was for me growing up, watching MTV in the 90s and stuff, but this one really was amazing.
Thanks so much, man. Yeah, we really put a lot of work into it. Shout out to Casey's sister, Mary Lee Desmond, for directing it. She did an amazing job. And Madison Newcomb from MRN Video, she put it. She was also the second operating person filming, and then produced and edited the whole thing. And to our makeup artists, Zara Ignatova, she is my partner. I'm so grateful for her. She was amazing. And Caitlin Chiampa for helping Casey with all her makeup and hair, which is like a big feat to go ahead and accomplish. So yeah, they're all amazing. So thank you if you guys are listening.
Yeah.
Lots of love to leave on too for killing the light show when we were doing that live performance. That was everything.
Very cool. So yeah, obviously you just released this. Next year's coming up really soon. What's plans for 2022? Geez, I can't believe it's already 2022.
All right. Yeah, Casey, you go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. So I have a couple of albums under my name, Casey Desmond, coming out. I also have a side project, CMB, which is Cosmic Microwave Background. Something that, one album that I wrote myself, and then an album I wrote with a late co-writer that I've been trying to piece together. So that's something on the horizon for me. I'm really excited. My upcoming single, Techno Love, is coming out at the top of 2022. So I'm just really
so good. It's so good. I got the privilege of getting like a nice peek at it. It's so awesome.
Oh, very
and also,
cool.
you and I have some stuff coming up together, and you should take it away at this point.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Casey and I have potentially 2 tracks coming out soon. Definitely one. We wrote this track in like 4 or 5 hours while we were drinking some absinthe one night. She we weren't even trying to write a song. She just came over because we were going to do a mixing session of Struck. And then I was like, check out this like cool beat that I found with this new patch that I was like messing around with. And we just wrote out this track in like 4 hours. And I was like, this is a banger. We just wrote this out so fast. It was awesome. So we're going to be putting that out. And then it's going to be part of a collective of an EP I'm going to be putting out in 2022. Obviously, it's going to have a couple of other unnamed artists right now because we're still working with them. And it's going to just hopefully be a collection of work that is going to get people to get a little bit of a better understanding as to what I'm trying to do with this project, so I'm really excited for that.
Very cool. All right, lastly, social media, websites, all that good stuff. Casey, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Across social media, you can find me under Casey Desmond, CaseyDesmond.com and stuff like that. On Facebook, I'm technically Casey Desmond Music, because I guess my personal account stole the name from myself. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. Or you can look up CMB, the Cosmic Microwave Background project.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask what the initials stand for. I guess there you go.
Yeah, I'm primarily on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I do have a Twitter account. I'm not as active on that, but if you guys want to get some more current updates, I'll definitely be on the 3 platforms I just mentioned. You can find me at Carver _ so it's CARV.R. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up. I have like a couple of shows to announce. I actually just remembered I booked a show for Carver in April that I don't even think I told you about, Casey.
There you go, right on Zoom on Bionic Buzz. Wait, you got a show.
Now, yeah. It's cool. I can actually just talk about it now because the show has been announced. There's like a flyer that just hasn't been like updated or whatever, but I'm going to be opening up for a nightclub.
Oh, awesome. I've played with them. They're amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, cool. It's going to be fun. Yeah. So we're going to.
So it's a band called Nightclub. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the band. Yeah, the band called Nightclub.
They're out of LA. They're great.
Nice.
Yeah, so I figured, we'll go ahead and, Casey, you and I can just bang out like that 5-song quick set and be awesome, Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. It's going to be in April. So I'll be doing that. And then I play for a bunch of other bands, I play like drums. That's my my instrument by trade. So
cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, yeah, we talked about electric drums together. Cool. Thank you guys both so much for taking time to talk to me.